Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming out today and gently broiling in this heat. This is a really joyous occasion, and it's been delayed 1 year, as you all know, by the pandemic. Thank you for coming today to celebrate safely with us. I'm Heidi Kim. I'm the director of the Asian American Center. It has been an honor to be the inaugural director. I'm also a professor in the Department of English and Comparative Literature, and I've been at Carolina for 11 years. The center could not have opened last year at a more difficult nor a more necessary time. During our first year, which of course was of necessity completely virtual, we faced not only the shared burdens of the pandemic, but an enormous surge in anti-Asian racism, including violent crime, and an ongoing confrontation in our society about racial inequities in the United States and beyond. I can't think of another year in history that could have more clearly demonstrated the need for an Asian American center that is devoted to supporting the Asian American community and educating our students and our state on the complex and diverse history of Asian America, with all of its painful and glorious moments. This center is the first of its kind in the Southeast, and a large part of our mission will be to help educate the next generation of leaders about the past and present of Asian Americans in the South. And perhaps by educating the next generation of leaders, we can shape its future. I have faith that this can happen because for over a decade at Carolina, I have seen the strength of the Asian American community on this campus and the mutual support exchanged with peers. Courses on Asian American literature and culture have always been filled with diverse cohorts of students who really want to learn, often for the first time, about this rich history and culture. A small but vibrant group of staff and faculty have advised and worked with amazing Asian American students, forming countless organizations and advocating for a more inclusive experience for themselves and for their peers, with film nights, collaborative events, teach-ins, and letter writing initiatives that snowballed into the student campaign for an Asian American Center. Multiple generations of extraordinary Carolina students, current students and alumni, joined forces and devoted hundreds of volunteer hours to get us here today, supported by our community. And in the first year of the center's life, I've been moved by the massive response and resilience that I've seen from this community. A friend reminded me recently of something that my dear departed colleague, Randall Keenan, once said. He said, "You have the power to define yourself. Remember that power, take that control. It's like a superpower, really, to be whom you want to be, to do what you want to do, to fly where you want to fly. Your life will get more complicated, but think of it as a great adventure every damn day." To all of you here today who have supported the Asian American Center with your passion, your precious time, and your efforts, you have grabbed hold of that superpower and defined us with that achievement. Whether you've defined yourself as a proud Asian American or as someone of another identity who believes deeply in embracing our country's complicated racial tapestry, I hope that today will be not only a defining moment in the history of the university, but in your life of community engagement. And because of your help, I believe that future generations who participate in the Asian American Center will find the education, the support, and the self-confidence to fly where they want to fly. The space we're opening today is made possible by your support and commitment. And with your help, we will build a center that will host important conversations for generations to come. Thank you all so much. I'll turn the podium over now to Gene Davis, trustee and double alumnus of UNC Chapel Hill. He is a member of the Order of the Grail, the Order of the Old Well, and the James E. and Carolyn B. Davis Law School Honorary Society. He also serves as vice chair of the North Carolina Museum of Art's Board of Trustees and as past chair of the North Carolina Housing Finance Agency Board of Directors. And I don't know how he cleared out that schedule to be here today, but we are grateful that he did.
What a beautiful day here in the southern part of heaven. On behalf of Chair Dave Bullock and the entire Board of Trustees, it is a pleasure and an honor to be here today to celebrate the opening of the UNC Asian American Center. The establishment of an Asian American Center has received meaningful support from students, alumni, faculty, administrators, donors, and the Board of Trustees. Although first conceived in the early 1990s, the push in earnest came when students working together with alums like Eugene Lau and other alumni and donors advanced a proposal to the Board of Trustees in January 2020. The Board of Trustees unanimously approved the Asian American Center as a welcoming space for our Asian American students, faculty, and staff, and as a place for education about the important role that Asian Americans have played in the rich history of our university, of our state, and of the American South. From proposal to approval by the Board of Trustees, this center was the fastest ever established, a mere 9 months. And this remarkable timeline is a testament to the dedication and hard work of so many in our Carolina community who were determined to make this center a reality. The Asian American Center was established virtually last fall, which I'm certain had to be difficult, as many of us found as we were dealing with a virtual world. And today, having this special place opened up to all of our community is a true milestone. Dedicating this physical space for this important center is also a visible reminder of the importance of Asian Americans within our university community. In opening this center, the university is in full alignment with the first of 8 strategic initiatives adopted by the Board of Trustees in early 2020 as a part of Carolina Next Innovations for Public Good, which is our strategic plan. Namely, the strategic initiative to build our community together, build our community together, with specific objectives to create conditions on campus that enable each member of our university community to thrive and have a feeling of belonging, to enhance the educational benefits of diversity and inclusion, and to prioritize diversity, equity, and inclusion in all we as a university do. This important center moves our university closer towards the achievement of this, its first strategic initiative in the strategic plan. More importantly, it moves us closer towards a university community that is rooted in the virtues of kindness, love, and acceptance. A community in which each and every person truly feels that they belong, truly feels that they add value, truly feels that they are special. Because each and every person in our university community is special, just exactly the way they are. One of the many things that makes our university great is the rich diversity of our student body and our entire university community. In 1993, when this center was a mere dream, alumnus Charles Kuralt spoke these immortal words on University Day as we celebrated the bicentennial of the establishment of public higher education in the New World. What is it that binds us to this place as to no other? It is not the well or the bell or the stone walls or the crisp October nights or the memory of dogwoods blooming. No, Our love for this place is based on the fact that it is, as it was meant to be, the university of the people. And that is exactly what binds us to this place. As students, alumni, staff, faculty, administrators, we are the university of the people, the university of all the people. We do not claim that we've always gotten it right, but we do affirm that we are building our university community together for all kinds. This magical place, the university of the people. As a university that is ever striving to become its best self, today is yet another meaningful step in our journey. Today, we celebrate the opening of this center. But more than that, we celebrate all that the Asian American community has contributed and continues to contribute to this great university. Today, we celebrate the value of diversity and inclusion, the value of belonging and love. Today, we celebrate that we are truly the university of the people. Now, it is my distinct honor to introduce to you one of our incredible students, Selina Shi. She's a junior here at Carolina, and she's been instrumental in making this space a reality. She's from Michigan. She came to our great state as a Moorhead scholar, and we're hoping she's going to stay here. She's studying both computer science and she's in the business school. So I don't know how she has time to be with us today, but we're glad that she is. So ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Shi.
Thank you so much, Trustee Davis. Hi, everybody. My name is Selina, and I'm a junior here at Carolina, as well as the current campaign director for the Asian American Center campaign team. On behalf of the entire student team, I'd like to give thanks to every single person, organization, and group who has dedicated countless hours, lent a hand, or simply raised their voices in support of the creation of this center. I'd also like to recognize every single member, past and present, of the student team, whose passion and dedication are not only inspiring, but are the reasons that we're standing here today. So to quote one of my idols, Elle Woods, "We did it." This center means something different for each student. For me, it's a place where I can be myself, where I know that every aspect of my identity is accepted and celebrated. Because as a minority, I grew up used to hiding parts of myself from the outside world. Whether that was throwing away the Chinese tea eggs that my grandma made for me every morning for lunch, because a classmate once said that they smelled weird and looked disgusting, or being told by a boss to edit out my involvement in Asian cultural organizations from my resume because it made me seem too Asian. Yet, since joining the student team nearly 2 years ago, this center has allowed me to experience every day, knowing that every aspect of my individuality has value. This center allows each student to be fully seen and to be fully heard. And this center is the physical representation that those parts of ourselves that we've hidden, repressed, or ignored out of shame or fear are celebrated here. And this is why this center is important, and this is why this center is long overdue. We are so grateful for the support of our engaged alumni. And today it gives me great pleasure to announce a gift to the Asian American Center. Eugene Lau, class of 91, who co-founded the Asian Students Association and is the founding donor for the Asian American Center, has endowed the June Yam Student Award. June, please wave. June was the president of the Asian American Students Association, and in the summer of 2019, she urged Eugene and all of us to think boldly and dream for an Asian American Center. The June Yam Student Award will be used for student grants or internship stipends. Eugene, thank you for all your unwavering support of the Asian American Center and our Asian American community. In the end, our environment shapes our outlook on life and the actions that we choose to take. So let's make sure that the environment for all future Asian American Tar Heels is one where they can take pride in every aspect of their culture, their story, and themselves. Thank you.
Selina, thank you so much for your words, your service, and your leadership. And thank you to all the students and alumni on whose behalf Selina speaks. Before I welcome our final speaker to the podium, I want to, on this very happy day, take you back and tell you a little story about a less happy day. The day after the Atlanta shootings was a very difficult day for the Asian American community. And it was certainly the worst day of my professional life. The Asian American Center in the mid-afternoon sent out a notice about a virtual vigil. And about an hour later, I think, I got a message from someone in the chancellor's office saying that he was clearing out his schedule so that he could attend. I was very moved by that. And through all the ups and downs that we've had here at the university, I have always remembered that he supported the Asian American community at one of our lowest moments without us even having to ask. So it gives me great pleasure to ask you to join me in welcoming to officially open the Asian American Center, the 12th Chancellor of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, Kevin Guskiewicz.
It's a great day to be at Tar Heel, as we like to say. And Heidi, I want to thank you for your incredible visionary leadership of the center. You have been amazing during these challenging times. And the hard work that you do every single day for our students and our Asian American community really is incredible. So thank you for all you do. Selina, thank you for your incredible remarks. Your why is, I like to say, we do what we do because our students are just amazing, and we have to maintain our focus on our students every single day, and we're grateful for all that you bring. It's great to be here with everyone. I want to welcome you as we open our newest center here at Carolina. And I want to thank Trustee Davis for your wonderful words and support. You've been behind this from day one. And it's really special to have you here today representing the Board of Trustees. The hard work of a dedicated group of students, alumni, staff, and faculty here at Carolina has really made this all possible. We wouldn't be here today without the passion and commitment of so many people like Eugene Lau, who everybody's talking about. Eugene, you're incredible. And you keep bringing something special every single day. The co-founder of the Asian Students Association back in 1988. Imagine, what it took at that point back in 1988, and to think that you're sitting here today on this special day. You've been with us for all these years, and we're grateful. David Liu, who first came up with the idea of a center in 1994. I don't think David is with us today, correct? But we will certainly be reaching out to David and thanking him and sending him a lot of photos and video from this special occasion. And Barb Lee, former chair of the Board of Visitors, whose commitment to this center, our students, and making our university more diverse has been unwavering. Is Barb, Barb is right. Where's Barb? Barb, thank you. Barb, thank you. Thank you. It was an incredible evening, as many of you can remember, right before COVID started, when we gathered at Barb's house for a wonderful celebration, put a stage up right there in her family room, and had wonderful celebration. And I felt part of the family that evening. It was really special. They had me making dumplings. It was a real treat. My daughter has, and I am the father of an Asian American, and my 14-year-old daughter would love to be here today, but she's at practice right now. But she and I have enjoyed making dumplings on a few occasions since that special night at your house, Barb. So thank all of you. I really want to thank all of you. Asian Americans represent 17% of our student body, a critically important and diverse group for our university community. The Asian American Center will seek to cultivate a critical understanding of the cultures and histories of Asian Americans. The center will provide for our students to come together and support one another during good times and bad. During particularly challenging times, this kind of community is vital, as Heidi has already indicated. And we know that there is still much work to be done as we build our community together, as Trustee Davis has already indicated. But today is really about celebrating the important work of building diversity here on our campus. The Asian American Center wouldn't be possible without the support of so many students, faculty, staff here at the university. And as Trustee Davis mentioned, that January trustee meeting, which was, again, right before COVID. And I'll never forget it. It was one of the highlights of my early time as chancellor of this incredible, magical university, because the room was filled with our students, Asian American students and other students who were supporting them, as well as a number of our alumni, including Eugene, who came back east to be there on that special occasion when our trustees approved the center. So that was one of my highlights. And so I just want to thank all of you for being here today for this official dedication. And so I think we're gonna go and cut the ribbon. So we're gonna head down to do this. This is the fun part of the celebration. Together. We've done this a few times. Are we ready? By the power vested in me by the trustees of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, I hereby dedicate the University of North Carolina's Asian American Center.